There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Lindy's Treehouse. It is Thankful Thursday, and I'm Paramount USA, your hostess with the mostest. Yes, we're all ready. I'm ready. I know my hands are all over the place tonight. I am super excited to have you all here tonight on Lindy's Treehouse, Paramount USA. I'm here every Thursday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I got to say hello to my chatters that just climbed up in the treehouse. So we have Mr. Vegas is in the house. What's up, Mr. Vegas and Bill H? So Mr. Vegas, since you were the first one in the chat, up in the treehouse, that you get to sit in the lazy boy chair tonight up in the treehouse. Yes, Bill had it last week, so you get it this week because you were the first one in the chat. So that's what we do here, peeps, and anybody who's just jumping on, watching Lindy's Treehouse. It's all about, we talk about life, and we tell stories, and we use our imagination up here, because just like when you're kids, when you climb up in the treehouse and you all hang out, tell stories and all that stuff. That's what we do here. It's super fun, and I'm so glad you're all here. You guys totally make my Thursday nights. I'm already on my 64th show, something like that. I'm actually losing track. I've done so many shows already, but I totally enjoy it. I'm always happy to have everybody here on board every Thursday night. I really appreciate everybody. We got a full show tonight. I make my notes. You never know what shenanigans are going to happen and what we're going to talk about and all that stuff. So for the animal, I see every week that I'm going to pick one animal, and then we'll just talk about that animal. And so tonight it's koala bear. It is to honor the koala bear. Yes, because koala bear is very close to my heart. I love koala bears, you know that. So I kind of did a whole research on the koala bears, and it's kind of fun. And I'll be reading that during the chat and everything. So how's everybody doing? How was your week so far? Please, everybody, just jump in the chat, have a seat, climb up that tree house. Be careful, don't fall out of the trees, the branches and stuff. I want to know how your week's been going. Mine's going good. I can't complain. Even the summer's been awesome. Tony said it's almost Friday. I know, isn't that great? I'm so happy about that. But one day goes into the next. You know what I mean? But my most excitement. Let's see. I went to the dentist yesterday, and I have no cavities, so I'm always super excited about that. Because even with my Humana insurance, if you have a cavity, then you got to, pay. But with my good insurance, the getting as part of your wellness, the dental part of it, I don't have to pay anything. So I learned you want to make sure that when you have insurance, that doctor or dentist or whatever is in the network, so that you don't get a surprise bill, even though they tell you they take your insurance. A lot of times that's fine and good. They just send the bill off to the insurance company, and then you get the surprise. So you have to do your research before the appointments and all that. Tony says, I always ask for the laughing gas even for the check. Oh my gosh, Tony. I love getting my teeth cleaned. I do. They have these, I call them nummy sticks. And it's nummy stuff that they put on a giant Q-tip. And I always ask for that even before they do my bite wings, because I have such a small mouth. I can't hold those bite wings. It's horrible. So I have a really good dental hygienist that, yeah, she's really good. And so you got to tell them, and I've never had the laughing gas. Now I used to have them if they had to drill in, the cavities and all that. I would have them numb, do the shot or whatever. But Bill says I don't have insurance. I don't go to doctors or health care. Oh gosh, Bill, that's rough. That's really rough. I'm pretty blessed. I think my insurance that I got is really good. I'm very happy with Humana. I've had them for years. Tony says, and yeah, little Coke on a Q-tip is the same. What works the same? Yeah, well, when they put that on they put that nummy stuff right with the Q-tip, and it tastes like bubble gum. It doesn't taste bad. And this way, when they're she has to pick at your teeth, clean it and all that, clean their teeth and all that, I don't feel it. Well, that's good. I think the most important thing is take care of your teeth, because that's way part of your health. You can have serious health issues later if you don't take care of them. I had a guy at work that had a tooth abscess, and that poison got in his system. And he almost died. So, yeah. So just a little, you got to take care of your teeth. That's for sure. And that's the first thing I notice on a person is their smile. I do. When I meet somebody, that's the first thing I notice is their teeth. Yeah, so I'm pretty blessed with that. And I like it. I think when they polish my teeth, the toothpaste tastes really good. And so, yeah. And like I said, my dentist was very proud of me. She says I've been flossing really good and all that. My son actually bought me a bag of those picks from Scope. It's got the little hook on it and all that. And so he got me on those because he's very adamant. He goes and gets his teeth cleaned every 3 months because he had that periodontal, whatever stuff going on with his gums. So he always encourages me to start flossing better. So anyway, it's like a team. We're like, tag team and all that stuff. But yeah, so it's pretty good. And I got, let's see. Oh yes, Bill H. I got your packages out today. So you should get your packages in a few days. Okay, there's going to be 2 of them because made out to you because what had happened. Oh yeah, I already had the envelope already all sealed up for your package to go out, and so I didn't want to reopen it, so I just made a new one. So there'll be 2 packages. Okay, Bill H. So you'll watch in the mail for that. And I know Angela sent me something, so I'm waiting for that to come in the mail. I finally got it on notice, in my email that I had something coming. So I'm gonna watch for that. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, Tony said no football tonight. So yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome very much, Bill. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, like I said, I had to send it to 2 different ones because I had already had your koozie all sealed up in the envelope and all that. So my mailman picked up both of my envelopes today. So I'm very happy to do that for you. That's it. So you guys been Bill, you've been flying and all that. What have you guys been up to? You gotta tell me in the chat. I've had a really good week. I can't complain. Haven't really been getting out and walking that much because it's been kind of too yucky, too hot and all that stuff. And I made all kinds of notes here and everything. I don't know if Scooby-Doo, if he's listening. Scooby's got a birthday tomorrow. And then Shane just had his birthday. So happy birthday, Shane. Shane Robbins, yes, we miss you. We miss you on Tuesday, Shaney, if you're listening. Tony says, Wisconsin got some serious floods. How's your weather and rain? Oh, we're good up here. Yeah, we're good. About a week since I've flown, Bill said. Oh, okay. Yeah, the weather, we got some good downpours the other day. Actually, a few days ago. Some really good it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday we got some really good downpours. I was just thinking because my son took me to the dentist, so we had some really good downpours. So I tell you what, my son has Ryan's got the biggest heart in the world. I tell you what, he I think he gets that from his mama. I think he does. Bill H says when John Wayne was here visiting. Oh, that's right. You guys did go flying, huh? Yeah, when I was coming out of the dentist's office. My son was just pulling up, and prior to that, there's a lady that was parked in the parking lot there that couldn't get her car started. And so as soon as my son, he pulled up, she, came up to the window and asked if she could get a jump or whatever. And he came and got me, but he was in the middle of a job and everything. And he could have very well just told that lady, I can't do it. And but out of the goodness of his heart, he did help her out. She was probably in her late 50s or something like that. So I was very proud of him that he did that. And he knows, I always tell him, what you do good will come back to you. So kind of a cool story. Hi, Will Fly. What's going on? Welcome. Come on up to the treehouse. Yeah. Anthony, Tony Marzano, yes, was the first one in the chat. So he gets to sit in the lazy boy chair. So it's pretty cool. Last week, Bill H got to sit in the lazy boy. Now Tony, yes, Tony gets to sit in the lazy boy chair. So you have to be up there first, be the first one up in the treehouse to get to sit in the lazy boy. So were you number 2 or number 1? Because I thought you were the first one in the chat. Who was the first one in the chat? Will Fly. Will Fly says hi. Hey, Will Fly, just a shout out to Will Fly for donating all those pretty socks that I could give away. I really appreciate that, Will. I really do. Yeah, I think that was really sweet of you to do that. And I'm really enjoying giving stuff away. Yes. And I'm still looking at more koozies. I'm going to be ordering some more koozies pretty soon. And I'll add that to my box and everything. But yeah, I have to say happy birthday to Scooby-Doo. I know it's his birthday's tomorrow, but we do have some birthdays in the house. And then Shane's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday, Shane. We miss you on Tuesdays. I hope you come back soon. We want to know everything that's going on, how that cargo trailer is working and everything else. So it's pretty cool. But welcome, everybody. If you're just jumping on or you're just listening, my lurkers and all that, I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please, if you haven't subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. It's really easy. It really is. And hit the notification so you know when the show's going to start. And hi, Munchkin. Munchkin's in the house. I love you, girl. You are awesome. She's awesome sauce. Yes. You can catch Munchkin and Scooby on Friday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm like so chilled. Even though my coffee kind of kicked in or whatever, I am so chilled. But tonight, yeah, I got a full show lined up. Let's see. We got 39 days till fall. That's pretty cool. And let's see. Yeah, 39 days till fall. Fall September 22nd. So pretty cool, right? And Tony says, I guess Shane tied one on. Never mind. Bless his heart. Yeah, we miss you, Shani. I hope you're listening. Dude. We always have a good time on Tuesday nights on his show too. And I know he's taking a break from it and everything. Bill says, I see leaves falling already. Yeah, I'm starting to see a little change in the trees here. Just like everything's going to start changing. Mother Nature's amazing, right? She is amazing. Yeah, I got all my notes here. I'm looking at my notes. And I saw something here too that welcome chatters too. I have to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on Thursday night. Listen to this, you guys, and I didn't know this. How many of you in there wear AirPods? Just put in the chat if you wear AirPods. Munchkin says summer blows, bring on the cool air and no skeeters. There you go. Yep, I love the fall time because that's my favorite time to walk. I had something on Facebook and it snowed. There was still snow on the ground last March. So just because it's March, John Wayne says, hey, taking a walk. I'm listening. Hi, John Wayne. What's up? Hey, John Wayne, I just sent out the packages to Bill's house. So your koozie will be at his house. Okay, you told me to mail it to his house, so you'll be getting that. I'm trying to follow the chat too. Everybody's saying hi to John Wayne. Glad you're doing good, Duke. So how many use AirPods? Put it in the chat. If you wear AirPods, because I got a little thing here that I was like shocked about the AirPods. Let's see. John Wayne saying hi to everybody. I don't wear AirPods because I got hearing aids. Linda, have you heard from Gypsy? I talked to her not last week and the weekend before, and we talked on the phone for like 2 hours. We did. She's such a good gal. Gypsy, if you're out there, jump in the chat. Say hi to everybody. They're always asking for it. I did message her today, so we do check in with each other. But she's doing good. She's very busy, running the park and everything. But she's doing good. Yeah. So I'm glad that you asked. I miss her. And I'm missing now. Let's see. Munchkin says, they have Bluetooth hearing aids too, so you can listen to music, etc. Oh wow! I know my brother has your hearing aid set up to his phone, Munchkin, but I got enough stuff on my phone. Hey, Shani! See, the little birdie must have flew at your house and said, "You need to get at the treehouse. You need to go on the treehouse, Shani. Shani, Linda's looking for you." Happy birthday, Shani! Everybody say happy birthday to Shane. Welcome. Thanks for jumping in the treehouse tonight, Shane. We missed you on Tuesday nights. You know that, dude, right? We missed you. Chef the B-Day boy. Yeah. Hello, Munchkin. And Shani saying hi to everybody. I love this. I'm so glad that you're here, Shani. I really am. And I was just talking about you earlier, saying it was your birthday and all that. They're actually saying that these AirPods use the same frequency as the microwave ovens. That's kind of crazy, right? Tony says he's doing a cargo trailer, Linda. Oh yeah, I know. I'm just excited to see what it's gonna look like. What happens on Tuesday night? You got to go live one night so we can watch and see how you're doing that cargo trailer. Pretty excited about it. Bill says fry brain. Yeah. With the frequent. Yeah. Well, look at. I have these little hearing aids, right? And they're like this big, probably this big, and they have a microchip in them. So what does that tell you? Shady says, Tony, no, I'm not. Still don't have it yet. Still waiting for the awning to come in. Well, see. Well, there you go. Then Tuesday night, you need to come back on for an hour. We miss you on Tuesdays. It was such a void. It was void not seeing your show on Tuesday, Shani. But I understand. You're a busy man. I totally understand. I'm really excited to have everybody here tonight. So let's see. Gorilla is doing a van build. Wow, everybody's this is becoming a pretty popular thing, right? Oh my gosh, everybody making their vans into living quarters, and Steve Minty, yeah, Minty's Hot Butter Steve is working on his cargo trailer and all that. It's pretty cool. And Gorilla's gonna need something. Need something bigger than a van. Yeah, yeah. You guys, I tell you what. Okay, I got a question here, everybody. Okay, I just got to ask. Okay, only people with the money. Yeah, exactly. Okay, if you are asked to eat only one fruit for the rest of your life, what fruit would that be? Mine would be strawberries. So everybody, I'm trying to follow. Yeah, I hit my limit with the new tent. Munchkin said. Oh, I'm happy for you guys. Will Fly says I didn't have anything to do Tuesday night. End up watching the rerun of The View. The View. Oh Lord, too much drama there. Oh, it's say Will Fly says apples. Okay, I'd say strawberries. So if you missed the question, if you are asked to eat only one fruit for the rest of your life, what fruit would that be? Bill H says banana. And never trust Shane, fruit of my labor. That's the only fruit for me. And Munchkin said either strawberries or peaches. Yeah, I've never been big on peaches. I like nectarines. I've always loved nectarines. I think they're so good. You got to get them just right where they're nice and juicy. I love nectarines. So so that's the open question of the night. Okay, so why don't we get on with the show? Welcome, everybody. I am Pear Mom USA. John Wayne said not pears, and Tony says or blueberries. Tony said strawberries. Yep, I love strawberries. And either strawberries or peaches. Munchkin said. I love your answers, everybody. Tony said, "Oh snap, peaches! Darn you, Munchkin." So I'm going to start out with my. I always start out with open little things to read, and then we're going to get going into all kinds of stuff tonight. We are going to talk about my favorite animal in the world tonight, and that is Mr. Koala. Yes, I did some research on koalas, and we're going to go through that. And it's going to be a fun show. We got all kinds of stuff. And then the topic tonight, let's see, both would go good in milkshakes, Munchkin said. Tony says moonshine works good with peaches. Never tried that. I don't even think I've ever had moonshine. Let's see. What does it say? Drop bears. Drop bears. Okay, so I'm going to start reading. First of all, it's called Sharing Wisdom. Okay, Sharing Wisdom. And you all know that with being in the paramotor world and all that, you want to share your wisdom with everybody. So it's rewarding. It brings to both giver and receiver. Pass on your hard-won experience, especially where it can stop suffering or pain. Hand on knowledge generously, and it will be repaid tenfold. If you have it. If you have, give. If you learn, teach. There you go. I found my wisdom, Lord it over and shit. There you go. Rodeo girl never had moonshine. No, Miss Rodeo girl never had. Maybe rum and coke. I had permafrost, which almost killed me. I used to do shots of that and all that. So share your wisdom. Yeah, share your wisdom. And okay, so we're going to get started here, peeps. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. I've been working for 2 days on all my notes. I swear I was doing a flaunt. Yes, I swear I was doing like a book report on my koalas. And we're also gonna talk about the word balance and how it has so many meanings in our life. The word balance. Not so much, I need to be careful on my balance, work on my balance, don't fall on the floor. There's all different means that we use. You don't even realize how many times you use the word balance in your life. It's pretty interesting. So we're going to get on with the show. And I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. All my watchers, viewers, and everything, come on in, jump in the chat. Don't be shy. We're all here. We're going to probably give something away tonight, but you can't win if you don't play, and you got to be present. So you got to be in the chat if you want to win something. So Tony says, you are correct. Wrong F word. Munchkin. Instinct kicked in, huh, Munchkin? And Munchkin said, yes. I usually. Okay, so here we go. News to me. Okay, so I always read funny things that animals do or whatever. It says a bear versus a Pomeranian. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this story. In British Columbia, a 6-pound Pomeranian chased a bear out of a woman's home after it broke in their house. Security footage captured the tiny dog furiously sending the intruder running. How funny is that? Oh my gosh. So a little Pomeranian chased a bear out of the house. The little Pomeranians, they're mean. Sorry if there's Pomeranian people out there, but yeah, they're kind of mean. I don't know. But I remember I took care of a Pomeranian. The gal went on vacation or whatever, she brought the dog over and said, hey, do you want my dog? Because I can't take care of it anymore. And we were young, whatever. I'm like, sure, we'll take your dog. And we kept that dog for no money was involved, nothing. We just, she said, I need a good home for the dog. So we kept the dog for over a month. And then all of a sudden she shows up out of the blue and she wanted the dog back. So that was a sad day because we already were attached to him. So Tony says bears won't attack until threatened. They will run first. All little dogs are vicious. People think it's cute because they are tiny. Yeah. I remember growing up, there was a neighbor that had 2 chihuahuas, maybe 2 or 3 chihuahuas. And every time we'd walk by his house, he would let those chihuahuas out. And we would run down the street. I call them ankle biters, the chihuahuas. They're ankle biters. But yeah, they weren't very nice. And even my ex-father-in-law, God rest his soul, had 2 long-haired chihuahuas. And the one chihuahua used to sit on his lap. And if you even got close to my father-in-law or whatever, that chihuahua would try to take your hand off. And it was just ridiculous. So, yeah. Okay, so they said there was a rubber duck invasion. Over 82,000 rubber ducks floated down the Chicago River for the 2025 Chicago Ducky Derby, a quirky fundraiser for Special Olympics, Illinois, that turned the river into a sea of yellow. Okay, so do you think they roped it off or something? Because all these ducks how do they get all these ducks out of the water? These rubber ducks, so they don't pollute the water. I'm just wondering, how they did that. I mean, it's all good, but it's the Chicago River. So maybe it was a small river or something. Because how would they catch all those rubber duckies? 82,000, that's a lot. So if I'm, down at my Lake Michigan there doing my walks and I see rubber ducky going down the water, I'll know where they came from, right? Because they migrate. They probably didn't. Ducks everywhere. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of, because the rivers and everything are so messed up right now from all the floods. Sadly, so many people lost their homes and everything. I often wonder all this debris from all these houses and everything that went in the water. Where does all this stuff end up? Where is it? Is it still sitting in North Carolina, somewhere in a pile? Does it go into the ocean? I always wondered. Yeah, Munchkin said I would assume a lot of people grabbed them. Yeah. And Tony said, excuse me, Chicago is known for putting stuff in their river like green dye, just saying. Oh, biodegradable ducks. Well, that's kind of good to know. I'm grabbing my water. Don't mind me. Gotta stay hydrated. So delish. I have my water all day long. We gotta have water. Stay hydrated. Okay. Now this is kind of gross. Okay. So this has to do with a snake. Okay. It says a toddler bit a snake to death in India. A 2-year-old. I probably have a heart attack. If my 2-year-old was biting into a snake, yeah, I'd probably have a heart attack. India, a 2-year-old survived a venomous cobra encounter by biting it to death. Shocking doctors, earning local legend status. Oh my God, just the thought of it, right? Picture that. Munchkin, I'm watching the chat. Bottom of the river buried under dirt and mud for all the debris. Okay. And bourbon is keeping me hydrated. Long day of dumbassery. You enjoy that. You deserve it. You deserve that. What you do, I couldn't do it, Munchkin. I could not do it. Okay, so we're going to move right along here because I have other stuff to talk about. This is an Akita. Akitas? It's a dog. It's Akita. Is that how you say it? It's a dog. Hero Akita's Endurance. In April 2024, named Hero in Alberta, Canada, stayed by his owner's side for 2 frigid nights after the poor man fell into a ditch and couldn't move. Hero fended off the coyotes and eventually alerted a passerby by charging and acting at their dog, leading police to rescue the 61-year-old man. Yeah, those Akitas, they're pretty smart. So good for him, right? He was very loyal with his owner, that he'd stayed right there with him, Animals, they know, they can sense, they sense things. I remember when I had my doggies, and if I didn't feel good, they always stayed on the bed, slept on the bed with me. And I know I miss my doggies. Tony said dogs rock. I know I miss my doggies. They're definitely my ears too, because I take my hearing aids out at night when I sleep. So, and now of course I got Miss Molly, so she's my ears. She can hear people coming up the stairs, I'm glad the stairs, I'm upstairs here in my apartment, that the stairwell is carpeted. So that makes me feel good too. So I don't go sliding down on my butt. Dogs are too needy for me. I prefer cats. Yeah, I had my days with dogs, right? Sometimes I'd have 4 dogs at a time at my house when I was in Arizona. So that was nothing, Okay, now we're going to go on to dolphins versus sharks. This is kind of cool. Okay. 4 dolphins heroically surrounded swimmers to protect them from a great white shark. Using clicks and whistles, they formed a protective barrier ensuring the humans' safety. How cool is that? So they all communicate with each other. I love dolphins. They're so smart. Very smart, right? It's kind of some cool info here, right? I think I got everything. I don't think I skipped any pages. I'm looking at my, nope. Okay, so know that one, right? We're moving right along. Never started. Shani said, I got a new adult Slurpee machine, just like Scooby. Cool. How fun. I bet they're delicious, too. I love Slurpees. I don't drink Coca-Colas anymore. I have drank Coca-Cola for years now. The only thing that I like is my Canada Dry Ginger Ale. That's it. But other than that, yeah, I don't drink Coca-Cola anymore. Tony says, "Oh, snap, Shane. Can't wait to hear what you come up with." And what? Anthony Vella? What is going on, Mr. Vella? I am so cool. Everybody say hi to Anthony. Welcome, Anthony. Thanks for joining. Y'all know Anthony was my guest a while back. How the heck are you, Anthony? I am so excited that you're here tonight. How are you? That is so cool. Anthony is like the coolest of the coolest. Oh my gosh. I miss you, dude. You're welcome to come here anytime. Climb up in the treehouse with us, Anthony. Let us know how's everything going for you. You doing good? Gosh, I just feel I'm so excited to see him. Oh my gosh. Tell your wifey I said hi too. Oh my gosh. She's so beautiful. She is so beautiful. I'm so glad you're here. Have a seat. Yeah, see, Anthony climbed up the treehouse. He knows where the cool people hang out on Thursday nights. Hanging in there, just finished up with a couple of big surgeries. Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Scooby-Doo. Happy birthday, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo in the house. Yeah, I'll do a Vela check. Doing good, though. Well, I'm just going to have you come back on the show, Anthony. You know, maybe next week or something. Let me know. I'll get you back on the show. We can all hang out again. I missed that. I had so much fun. The last time. Oh, Scuba was lurking. Oh, another one of those lurkers, Tony said. Oh, my gosh. You guys. Hey, I just want to let everybody know, the lurkers, the viewers, the watchers, I'm Paramount USA, and you are at Lindy's Treehouse. And I'm here every Thursday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't forget to subscribe, right? Hit the like button and hit the notification so you don't miss the show. Okay. All right. Anywho, Munchkin says he was getting his ass kicked by zombies. Oh gosh, Scuba, you're getting hit by zombies. He said he was listening from Munchkin's phone. Well, we have two birthday boys in the house, so happy birthday, Shaney, and Scooby-Doo, the birthday boys. Yes. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to ride along because we're going to talk about koalas. Koalas, you know. I just thought it'd be super fun to talk about koalas. And I'm just really excited that Mr. Vella's in the house tonight. And please, yeah, check in. I hope those surgeries are going okay. I'm trying to follow the chat here. Munchkin said he's playing a video game, Linda. No real zombies. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Scuba says, I will be steak sauce old tomorrow. Oh, no, you are not old. Will Fly says, happy birthday to Shaney and Scuba. You guys are awesome. So, y'all want to know about koalas? Koalas? All right, everybody ready? I'm so excited, though. Yeah, Anthony, please keep us posted, and I would love to have you back on the show in a couple weeks if you want. Just let me know, okay? Let me know when you're ready. And my sister's in the house. My sisters, Judy, Marshall, roll out the red carpet for my sisters. Everybody say hi to my sisters, Judy. What's going on, sis? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here tonight. I am so glad you're here. Anthony, okay, you want to do it? All right, I'll Anthony, I will be in touch with you, okay? And I'll remind you in 2 weeks then. I'll have you be my guest on the show. What do you think about that? My chatters, have Anthony Vella as my guest again, have him come back. I think it'd be like super fun. I'm super stoked about that, Anthony. So I'll definitely be in touch with you, okay? And yeah, I'm just like, oh, yes. And then this way we can, yeah. Okay. Anthony says it sounds like a plan. Cool. Very cool. I'm like so excited. So in a couple of weeks, we'll get Anthony Bella. Will be the guest on the show. Tony said Judy's single, asking for a friend. No, she's not single. Sorry, Tony. She's not single. She's beautiful. She's my bestie. I love all my sisters, but she's my bestie. She's my bestie. And everybody says hi, Billy, and then Judy says hi, Billy. So anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get Anthony Bella on the show in a couple weeks. So I'm super excited about that. All right, you guys want to know about koalas? All right, you guys want to know about koalas? I'm so excited. Okay. You better be asking for a friend, Tony. Yes, that's what Munchkin said. Anthony Bella says, hey, my name is Tony. Too many Anthonys and Tonys and all that. It's so confusing. So confusing. Make sure you're hitting the like button, peeps. Anywho, we can talk about koalas. Koalas are marsupials. How do you say it? You know me and my pronunciation. Marsupials. Despite being called koala bears, koalas are marsupials related to kangaroos and wombats, which you already know. And they carry their young in a pouch for about 6 months after birth. I knew they carried them in the pouch, but I didn't know how long. So that's pretty interesting. I will get an angle on no one called me Anthony for the first 20 years of my life. Oh, really, Anthony? Oh, that's so funny. A marsupial. Okay, marsupial, Munchkin said. Okay. So you know that koalas eat eucalyptus. They're on a eucalyptus diet. Okay. So it says koalas primarily eat eucalyptus leaves, which are low in nutrients and hard to digest. They can consume up to 1.3 pounds daily and have a specialized digestive system to detoxify the leaves' toxins. I thought this was really interesting. I really learned a lot. This is just one of my koalas, my baby koalas. When I go to the thrift stores, especially when I was in Arizona and I go to thrift stores, if I saw any koalas, I would adopt them, bring them home from the thrift stores. So I've collected like a lot. You can ask my sons. I even have the koala bear that my boys gave me when they were little boys. I still have it. So, oh yeah, Munchkin. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. Munchkin said, you heard about the noise they make. Yes. Tony says, when my mom called me Anthony James Salvador Marzano, I knew I was done for. Oh my God. That's funny. Yeah, with Robert, with my sons, Robert and Ryan, when I would yell at them, it would come out Rybert, Ryan, Robert. So when I'd be really upset, get over here, Rybert, they would laugh. So I got them both at the same time. Munchkin says, oh, now we got government name. Yes. Oh, yeah. James Salvatore. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Okay. So koalas sleep 18 to 22 hours a day, conserve energy due to their low calorie diet, and they spend most of their time in trees using strong limbs to climb and grip. See, my notes are very organized tonight. I'm not like dropping them on the floor. I write everything down. I worked like for 2 days on this stuff. See, I'm a note person. I write everything down. And it's good for my brain too. It keeps that dementia away, right? That's what they say anyway. Even though sometimes I feel like I go in the other room and I'm like, what was I going to do? Then I have to walk back out, and then I walk back in, and then I remember. So, let's see. Oh, now we got, let's see. You just bought a house. No good to me now. Well, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. I'm just kind of following the chat. All right. So koalas also have unique fingerprints. Koalas have fingerprints so similar to humans that they can be mistaken at crime scenes. Oh, wow. Their prints are nearly indistinguishable. See, I told you, I write down these big words and then I can't say them. Tony says, right, I'm broke as a joke. And Anthony Vella says, me too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, their prints are nearly I can't say it. INDISTINGUISHABLE under a microscope. They have to look at them in the microscope to, their prints are nearly like indisguisable, maybe, or something. Maybe that's what that word is. Yeah, indistinguishable, something like that. But that's pretty interesting, right? They also say that they're picky eaters, and just say hard to tell apart. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Wolfie. That's easier. Yes. They also says their koalas are picky eaters. Out of over 600 eucalyptus species, koalas prefer only about 30. Wow. Out of 600 eucalyptus species, koalas prefer about 30 eucalyptus. They select leaves with higher water content and lower levels, often sniffing to choose. How funny is that? I thought there was only one eucalyptus plant, right? Distinguish. Yes, Bill. Thank you, Bill H. Bill H says, distinguish. Yes. I know I write down these long words and then I'm like, I already know. And I write down these long words. I'm like, I know when I get on the show, I'm going to be in trouble. I'm not going to be able to say it. And so I always have my crew here that join me every Thursday night, 8:00, and help me with my spelling. Yes. So we all learn from each other. It's so fun. Tony says, don't care how cute they are. You have, you've seen their claws. No thanks. Well, yeah, I've seen you literally have to wear gloves, if you're going to hold a koala. Yeah, they have big old claws. Okay, so what was I going to say? Munchkin was talking about the communication. Male koalas, this is hilarious. Male koalas produce deep bellow to attract mates and deter rivals up to a kilometer away. They also use scent marking with their chest glands. Oh my goodness. How in the heck? Let's see. Munchkin says, I want a badge, emotional support badge. Badger. Yes. To attack, Munchkin says, to attack people that piss me off. There you go. You can take the badger to work, right? And Will Fly says, I prefer Wolverine. But yeah, the sounds they make to attract, to get a mate is a deep bellow, they said. And then they have some kind of scent marking on their chest glands. Yeah, Wolverine would work too, she said. They're very cool animals, though. They really are. Okay, so then we go, let's see, what else? Okay, koalas, tiny newborns, koalas, joeys, are born the size of a jelly bean, about 2 centimeters, and they develop for 6 months in the pouch. So just little babies. They carry around in a pouch for 6 months. And then they come out, and then they look like this. Yes. See, they all look like this. So they're pretty, they're so dang cute. They really are, though. And then number 8, so the koalas get water from the leaves. Koalas rarely drink water, getting most of their hydration from eucalyptus leaves. I didn't know that either. Munchkin, let's see, Wolverines would work too. Tony said, Munchkin, you ain't right. And then Munchkin says, I'm not wrong either. So, yeah, water from the leaves. Koalas rarely drink water, getting most of their hydration from eucalyptus leaves. Name koala comes from Aboriginal word meaning no drink. Did I say the word right? Aboriginal? See, I didn't know that was a word either, Aboriginal. That's pretty interesting, though, that Yeah, they get water from eucalyptus leaves. I love the smell of eucalyptus. You know, like you go into Hobby Lobby, right? It always smells like eucalyptus in there. I love that smell. Now it says koalas have a built-in cushion. Koalas have a cardaceous pad at the base of their spine. Okay, here's another word. C-A-R-T. I can't even read my writing. I think it's Laginous. Cartilaginous. Let's see. Munchkin said you wouldn't have to take it for a walk. Yes, that's true. And Anthony Bell says, good point. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so they said they have a built-in cushion at the base of their spine for sitting on hard branches during their long rest. So I guess they would have to have kind of a cushy bottom, right? Cushy booty to sit on those branches. Gosh, I wouldn't last a minute up there. Holy moly. Holy moly. All right, we're getting to the end here. I told you this was like a book report, everybody, koala bears. And yes, I'm Paramount USA near Lindy's Treehouse. If you're just jumping on, come on in and jump in the chat. Say hi. We got a whole crew here tonight. I'm so super excited. I love Thankful Thursdays. I'm thankful for all of you. And, the show's just about hanging out, telling stories, talking about koala bears tonight. Just like John Wayne said, just like Dell's paramotor. Anthony Bella, napping buddy. There you go. Let's see. I'm kind of going backwards. So does Hotel California smell like eucalyptus? It does? Oh, wow. Anthony Bella says napping buddy. And Will Flies, I defer to Scuba. Munchkin, I suppose you could wash him. Just like Dell's paramotor. I'm reading all the Dell's paramotor really wasn't a bad design. It was the guy behind it. Okay. Now they said that sadly the koalas are under kind of vulnerable status. They said koalas face threats from habitat loss, climate change, disease like chlamydia. I hope I said it right. Conservation efforts are ongoing to protect their shrinking population. And so I asked my chat GPT, whatever, I don't know, what is it? I have Grok. And I asked them, how many koalas are actually left in the USA, right? Because they are becoming extinct. And they said there are no wild koalas in the USA as they are native only to the Australia. However, koalas can be found in captivity in several U.S. zoos, right? And aquariums. So based on available info, approximately 53 koalas are housed across the U.S. zoos. San Diego Zoo hosting the largest colony with over 20 koalas. Los Angeles has 2. Los Angeles Zoo has 2, and San Francisco has 2, and Columbus Zoo has 3 koalas. So it's pretty sad. So they said, I don't know where these they put in some other ones here, but the only one I recognize is Palm Beach Zoo has 2 koalas. So they are becoming extinct. It's pretty sad, right? Really sad. Tony said no animal should be caged unless it can't make its normal habitat. Yeah, that's true, Tony. That's very true. So we did the did you know, right? So that's kind of cool. That was kind of fun. I hope you learned a lot, about koalas. It'd be kind of fun every week, just pick one animal and just kind of talk about it, or maybe food or something, because I really had no idea what I was going to talk about tonight. And so koalas, I thought that was fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. enjoyed the koalas because it is my favorite animal ever. Always has been. So now we're going to talk about balance. Okay, we're going to talk about balance and all the different meanings that that we use for balance, right? Okay, so when I say the word balance, chat, what's the first thing you think of when I say balance? What's the first thing you think of? John Wayne said, if it's a habitat is next to mine, it'll be in my skillet. Oh, eat a koala? Oh no. Oh my gosh. Don't eat. What did Munchkin say? Don't eat the don't eat the cute ones, John Wayne. Yeah. Bill says not okay. So not falling. See, Bill's paying attention. Not falling. Yes. Will Fly says Buddha. Is that the first? So when you think of balance, that's the first word that comes to your head. John Wayne says, bet a koala burger would clear the sinuses. Oh my gosh. You're bad. You are bad, cowboy. You are bad. Go to your corner. You are bad. Buddha? Wait. Buddha, sorry? What are you trying to spell? Buddha. So balance, yeah. Try not to fall. Okay, that's a good one too. Okay. Okay, so I did some research on the word balance and a balance beam. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's cool. I think a balance beam. I think of it too as like life. Life can throw you off balance. All things made in moderation. Yes, there you go. You have to balance your life. So I was reading, it says, life is like riding a bicycle. You must keep moving to keep your balance, right? You got to keep going. If you stop, you're going to fall over and you're going to quit, and that's not good. You don't want to quit. So it says, balance life. The best and safest thing is to keep a balance in your life, acknowledge the great powers around us, and if you can do that and live that way, you are wise. So yeah, if you can keep that balance, that's pretty interesting. So that's the on life balance, and then we go to emotional and mental balance. Right? There's so many. Munchkin says, let's see, Munchkin says, I've seen you ride a bike. Just saying. Tony said that. Anthony Vella, gotta go. Lindy, have a great night. You too, Anthony. We'll be in touch, okay? Say hi to your wifey for me. I love you guys. Beautiful family, too. Munchkin says, electric bike. Say bye to Tony, to Anthony Vella. Electric bikes don't count, especially that kind of important to be able to touch the damn ground. They need Munchkin-sized bikes. This has been a good show tonight, Linda. Thanks, Bill H. Thanks. I appreciate it. I couldn't do this without y'all. I'm telling you. I couldn't do it without y'all. And I tell you what, doing a live stream is not for the faint of heart, right? This is good though, because it keeps like I said, it keeps my brain busy and keeps the dementia away. I mean, really, that's why I keep journals. I've been keeping a journal for the last 3 years now. And it keeps me busy. So emotional and mental balance. Happiness is not a matter of intensity, but of balance, order, rhythm, and harmony. So you can't have everything you want, but you can have the things that really matter to you. That's balance. I like that. Tony said, next year we all need to go on a bike ride. I'm afraid of those e-bikes. What was I watching? Something on YouTube, and an e-bike caught a building on fire. Something like that. An e-bike, the battery blew up or something. Why do I hear that a lot on those e-bikes? Those batteries blow up. It's kind of scary. Well, I had a friend a couple years ago. She was riding an e-bike, and she ended up, I don't know what happened. She hit a rock or did something, and she landed in the ditch. in a ravine, and she broke her leg. So yeah, pretty scary. Munchkin said, we shall see. Scuba wants to go to Moonshiners. We can't do Florida and Tennessee. Also, his son is getting married, so we have to go to go next year. Just the batteries, Linda. Yeah. Yeah. I would see that on the batteries, bad batteries or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So you can't have everything you want, but you can have the thing that really matters to you. That's balance. And then we have work-life balances. Balance is not something you find, it's something you create. Don't confuse having a career with having a life. Balance is the key. So yeah, you always, when you got a career and everything, but you always want to make time for yourself. And that's another thing, right? Work balance. You have people that have kids and they got to balance their work life with their family life. Same, kind of the same thing, right? The balance thing was pretty interesting. It says also on harmony and fairness, balance and living intentionally. So we go through our lives every day trying to balance, I don't have to worry about that, but balance your love life, if the single peeps out there can't keep track of, going on their dates, or they're on the I don't do dating apps and all that as such. I'm too scared. So Walter, good morning, Walter. Walter's in the house. Walter's from Australia. We all know it's going to be that it's tomorrow when Walter's in the house. Walter, we talked about koalas tonight. Welcome. So in all things, moderation is the key to balance, right? So that's kind of funny because, you want to drink in moderation so you can keep your balance so you don't fall on your face, right? If you drink too much. Yes. I guess you could put it on that. On decisions, making and perspective balance between freedom and security is a delicate one. Yeah, that's kind of, on decision making and perspective, balance between freedom and security is a delicate one. So that's kind of interesting. Walter says, I'll watch again later. Okay. Let's see. Tony said he just got done making koala. And that's not funny. No, he didn't. We're not going to talk about eating koalas. Everybody say hi to Walter. So the next one is a physical metaphorical. Did I say it right? I think I said it right. On physical metaphorical balance. Balance is the key to everything what we do, think, say, eat, feel. They all require awareness, and through this we can grow. So physical metaphorical balance. So tell me more about that, everybody in the chat. Physical, right? Physical balance, metaphorical balance is everything how we do, think, and say. Okay, so physical, all right. The key to everything what we do, think, say, eat, feel. They all require awareness, and through this we can grow. Now, I think that's my favorite one. Yeah. Balance is the key to everything what we do, think, say, eat, and feel. So that you can kind of go through life like that, right? I think that's pretty interesting. Yeah, like that. And then it gets into financial accounts. Nobody likes talking finances. Got to keep your checkbook balance, right? In turn, keeps your life kind of on balance. So you're not bouncing checks, Let's see, Tony's, I've been told that a time or two. Walter, do you guys see kangaroo over there? I'm putting my fan on here. That's it. There we go. Much better, much better. I'm going to throw the fan up for a little bit. Now I can feel it. Feels good. Okay. So Walter says, Tony, you're disgusting. Oh, gosh. And Walter says, yes, it's nice, especially if feeding on salt bush, little fat Tony. What is going on here, Walter? Walter. Tony says, okay, then I've been told I'm done now. Let's all get along. Let's all get along. Walter, let's all get along. We don't allow any meanness in the chat. Everybody be nice. Okay, I don't allow any meanness. Don't leave, Tony. Don't leave, Tony. I know my Detroit Lions are playing on Saturday, so I'll be watching. Yeah, Bill's laughing. Yes, the kids are fighting. Yeah, they're fighting. Oh, yeah, also I'm cooking, right? When you cook food, it says the recipe needs a balance, right, of sweet and savory flavors. And then also when you jump on a scale, right? Same thing, like different scales, right? That's kind of a balance thing. I guess balance is pretty important in our lives, isn't it? What else, like, okay, tell me what else, like with balance, what else do you guys think about when you think of balance? I liked your answers earlier. That's kind of cool. You guys had some really good answers. I'm good. I'm saying kangaroo has little fat. I'm not being mean. Okay. All right. I'm glad we got that straightened out. We got that straightened out with the kids. You guys all behave. Y'all behave. Jeez, wait. I'm telling you. So anyway, that was the word of the night. Talk about balance, balancing your life and all that. I think it's and Walter says, "Oh, good. Yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna kick you out of the chat. It's okay. You know, I know I'm like Emma. I'm the mod, and so is Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo. What else? Tell me what else is going on with everybody. What's the next fly-in, you guys? What's next fly-in? And then we'll do a little trivia too. We gotta do some trivia. Now that's Tony's new nickname. Few LFT Munchkin says LOL. Anywho, everybody. Yes, I'm losing my chair too. Would not want people to upset the people up top. No, this is good. I love my chatters and everything, and I'm glad everybody's here tonight. My sister Judy, she jumped in the chat tonight, and then Anthony Vella. Oh my gosh! So yeah, peeps, in 2 weeks, we're gonna get Anthony Vella on the show. Again, he can talk about what he's been up to. So what a guy, huh? That's so sweet. I'm really excited to have them both, to have him on the show again. And Michelle, Michelle, my thumper that was my co-host and everything. She's going through some life. I'm not going to put, announce it, whatever, but yeah, she's going through some life changes right now. So, I've been, checking on her and trying to support her and everything. So, but she's doing okay, but she's going through some stuff right now. And, so hopefully I'll get her back on the show to be be my co-host again. And we'll get, Kramer, if she's listening. Yes. Gypsy, if you're listening, jump in the chat, say hi to everybody. I'm just having a really good time tonight. I worked on a lot of notes. We covered a lot of topics tonight, and please let me know what do you want to talk about next week? Because I know next week Ready to Paramotor is on at 9:00 after my show, and he's got a good show going too. I don't have all the fanciest videos and all that stuff, but the Treehouse, we're in a treehouse, right? So the treehouse is just, I just make it my home, make it my space, and then invite you into my space, right? And the treehouse. And so Mr. Vegas I think Mr. Vegas, you were the first one in the chat, and you got to you got to sit in the lazy boy chair because you were the first one in the chat room. So I really appreciate all my chatters, and if you got my listeners and all that, if you're watching, lurking, all that good stuff, right? I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse. And make sure you subscribe and hit the like button and hit the notification so you know when the show's going to be live, right? Right? I'm really having a lot of fun with this. You guys are making me hungry to talk about steak, but not kangaroo steaks. I like Outback. I know I haven't been out. I haven't gone out to eat like in quite some time. We just don't. I just don't. But I may venture out downtown and just when I'm at the the bayfront and do lunch. Just go and find a place and eat lunch, even if it's by myself. It's okay. It's okay. I'm loving my life. I really am. It's a good life. I'm really blessed. I'm blessed to have all of you in my life too. But you guys all know what we give away and everything. We got some really cool stuff. And, I got my box of goodies here. I'm going to give something away tonight. So we'll do a trivia. Munchkin says I'm stockpiling snacks for the fly-in in September. Well, that's a good idea. I'm going to start stocking up on soup. What's your favorite soup, everybody? I like my Campbell's Chunky soup. What kind of soups do you guys like? Let's talk about that. What foods are you going to stock up for the winter? I'm going to stock up some soups. Walter says, Will, you can come to Australia and have a Texas T-bone. Oh, my gosh. Yummy. Scuba says, tomato or chicken noodle soup. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start stocking up on it. Every time I buy groceries or whatever, grab a couple cans of soup. In fact, I had some soup yesterday for dinner. And of course, I only eat half. I eat half the soup, and then I eat the other half the next day because it's a big can of soup. Munchkin says, or bean and ham soup that I know the Honey Baked Ham store sells it year-round. Store sells bones year-round. Bill H's Campbell's cream of chicken. Good. Oh, yummy. Yeah. I like the chicken. I like the chicken soup. What's the other one? What's the one soup? Is it broccoli soup or something? It's really good. I think it's when you go to, is it Applebee's that has that soup, that yummy soup, I think. Looks like Molly just jumped down. She said she knows it's like after 9:00, and so she thinks, it's time to go to bed, but it's not yet. It's too early yet. But she's trying to wake up. She's so funny. Let's see. Bill said Yucatan potato soup with cheddar cheese. Okay. My daddy-o used to make homemade chicken soup, but I suppose I could make it, but I don't have the patience to do it. Walter says meat pie with pea and ham soup with ketchup. Meat pie. Is that like a pot pie? We call it a pot pie here in the U.S. A pot pie. Yes. I like the pot pies have gotten a lot smaller, and it seems like they're really salty, kind of heavy on the stomach. So if I do eat a pot pie, it's usually like a half of one or whatever, Munchkin says I made a steak soup one year. That was delicious. So Munchkin, do you like to cook then? Are you the cook? And does Scooby barbecue? Does Scooby like to barbecue? That's the only thing I do miss, having a husband around or whatever that can cook. Because I never like to cook. You guys know me. I already told you I don't cook. I really don't. when I go to Ryan's on Sundays, a lot of times I'll stay for dinner, and he'll cook steaks on the grill or something, and or smoke chicken. You'll put chicken on the grill or whatnot, and it's always really good. He's a really good cook. Let's see. If I have Munchkin says, if I have the time, I lose interest when I get home at 7. Yeah, and plus it's hard to eat that late. I try and eat before 7, 6 o'clock at the latest, and that's a late dinner for me. Sometimes I'll just throw a hamburger in the skillet at 3 in the afternoon, and I'll eat, and then later maybe have a light sandwich or something. Walter says pies, pastries, and sausage rolls are short and puff pastries. Oh, delish. I love that. That sounds really yummy. Yeah, that sounds really yummy. Will Fly says never trust Skinny Chef Shane makes a mean porridge. I've never had porridge. What's in it? What's in porridge? I've never had a porridge. Porridge soup? What's in porridge? I like chili. A lot of times I'll make a pot of chili, but I can't. The problem is when it's just me, I'm not going to cook a whole pound of hamburger or whatever for chili. And you have to use the whole can and everything. And then I don't eat it up fast enough. I end up throwing the chili away, because it's just me doing it or whatever. Eating, So let's do, you guys want to do a trivia? Should we do a trivia? I've got a trivia question here. Will you got to be up? That's morning breakfast. Porridge is morning breakfast? Porridges? Oh, that's like, what is porridge? What's in porridge anyway? I just remember the word porridge when the story of the 3 bears, and they ate porridge. Yeah, what's porridge, everybody? I gotta tell you what porridge is. So I have a Jeopardy question here. If anybody, if you guys want to answer a quick Jeopardy question. Oh, it's oats. Okay. Will Fly says Walter Peoria, when it's breakfast time there, it's dinner here. Yeah, that's true. That's really true. Let's see. I got one question here, okay, everybody? Are you ready for my final Jeopardy question? You guys are ready for my final Jeopardy question? All right. Okay, you gotta listen now, okay? This isn't the one for the prize, though. This is just to, I don't know if I should do Word of the Night or do another Jeopardy thing here. All right, let's do this for the prize, okay? All right? Okay. Here we go. During World War II, America's founding documents and other irreplaceable documents were secretly stored here. What's the answer to that? During World War II, this is a Jeopardy question. During World War II, America's founding documents and other irreplaceable documents were secretly stored here. You can't Google it either. What do you think that answer is? So no Googling. I didn't even know this. I'm going to watch and see if somebody puts it on there. Everybody's listening. Yes. During World War III, America's founding documents and other irreplaceable documents were secretly stored here. Munchkin, yes, you got it. Munchkin guessed it. I'm amazed. What's the question? Walter, I read the question like 3 times. 3 times I read the question. Got to get rid of this. What is this? Not now. I get this notification, so it'll go away in a second. So yeah, Fort Knox. So you got it. Munchkin got it. Munchkin, what do you want me to send to you? What do you want? You want another koozie or you want another pair of socks? It's up to you. Munchkin got it because she spelled it out. Because she spelled it out. Got it right because she spelled it out. Fort Knox, yeah. I can give away a couple koozies. Munchkin, you want socks or you want a koozie? What do you want? What do you want me to send you? You want me to go through the socks? You want another pair of socks? Let's see. Scuba's plenty room in there now. FT is an acceptable shortening of the word. Yes. Yeah, you did say for. Oh, because you didn't spell it out. That's what he's saying. Yeah, it was Fort Knox. Yes, she did get the right word. Give it to Willard. Well, I'm not going to give Willard socks because he gave Willard. Do you want a koozie, Willard, or do you want me to give it to Munchkin? What do you want to do, Will? I'll send you a koozie. Let me know what you guys want me to do. If you want the koozie, if you want me to give Munchkin a koozie, or Will Fly. Will Fly says, "Now I could have meant fat first, etc. Give it to Munchkin." Okay. All right, Munchkin. What do you want, socks or you want another koozie? I'll show you what I got in the koozies. Willard. So I'm watching the chat so you can tell me what you want. Remember the socks? We got Pez. And we got Reese's. And we got the Airheads. Okay, what socks you got? Okay. I still got Airhead socks left, Munchkin. Okay, and I still got Reese's. Okay, if you like orange. We got Pez socks. We got Pez. You want a Pez socks. And we got Pringles. Are you a Pringle girl? Do Pringles. And another pair of Airhead socks. So you tell me what you want. What socks you want. So I'm watching the chat, so you can tell me which one you want. Munchkin said Airhead, please. Okay, so the Airheads, I've got this one. So they're different different styles. So either this one, that's that one. Okay, can you see it? Okay, hold it up better. Here we go. All right, that's that one. Or this one. So which one do you want? Do you want the one that has the Airhead in the front? You gotta tell me which one. See, we have two different styles. See in the back. Tell which ones you like. Let's see. The polka dot ones? Okay, cool. All right, congratulations, Munchkin. I'll get those out to you. Absolutely. I already have your address and everything, so congratulations. It was fun. It was really fun. Let's see. What else? What else are we going to talk about? All right, we already did the AirPods. Yeah, we said about the AirPods and all that. And what else? Munchkin said, Willard, I will buy you some ice cream if you show up next month. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Yeah, these are super cute. I'm very happy. And we have to thank Will Fly for donating those socks, all those socks. I really appreciate it. They're super cute. I love giving things away. I love giving things away. I can do another trivia if you want. You want me to do a quick trivia so somebody can win maybe win a koozie, or do you want me to wait till next week? We'll give some away. Yeah, maybe we'll just give something away next week so I don't go through all my prizes too fast, right? Just one a week or whatever. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so glad that y'all came here tonight. I'm Paramount USA, and you're at Lindy's Treehouse, and I'm here every Thursday night, Thankful Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I just want to thank everybody, my viewers. I know my peeps that are watching. Just remember when you're watching everything, hit that like button. My subscribe numbers have really went up. I'm really excited about that. Walter says read bottom for instructions. Then it says open other end. And Will Fly says great show. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Really, I'm just like. I love Thankful Thursday, and I do this show for you guys. I do it for me too, but I do it for you. And I've all been so supportive, and you've been with me since day one. It's my first day on the job, and Scuba was there on my first day on the job because I was crashing and burning that night. But I really enjoy it, and I really enjoy having all of you on my show. I really do. I'm really proud of myself. I think I've come a long way. I got a lot more confident than I have in the past. Like I said, live stream is not for the faint of heart, right? It takes a lot, but I do it for you. And Walter says, Willard, no Dairy Queen in Australia. And Bill gave me a bunch of hearts, and I have to say happy birthday to Shane. Thank you, Shaney, for jumping in the chat tonight. And Scooby-Doo has a birthday tomorrow, and we had Anthony Vella stop by tonight, which was super cool. He is such a good guy, such a cool dude. He really is, and I'm just super stoked, super honored, right, and have him on our show in 2 weeks, peeps. 2 weeks. He said he wants to come back, so he's a superstar. He is. So it'll be really fun to talk to him again. He's a good guy. So anyway, tomorrow night is Scuba's show. Hanging out with Scuba, I'm just going to say. Scuba Babes. And his lovely hostess with the mostest, Munchkin. And and then next week is Ready to Paramotor at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time after my show is Ready to Paramotor. And they're a bunch of good guys. They really are. I think it's fun. We all get along, kind of thing. And it's cool. It's really cool. So that's why I'm going to have Anthony Vella, I'll have him on the following week, right? So we can have some time with him and everything. It'll be super fun. So other than that, anywho, we, I always read the final, right? I read my final before we close the show. Last week, I thought that Scuba said just start counting backwards. Last week, a lot of you it was funny. Walter remembers. Last week, y'all, started to leave to go to Ready Paramore, and I'm trying to close the show and thinking that I was already off the show, but I was still live. And it took me like 5 minutes to figure it out because I hit something and a pop-up came up and on my screen and all that. And I had to fix that. Well, I thought I fixed it, and I'm all talking. And all of a sudden I looked at my phone, and I looked at the screen here on my laptop, and I realized when I looked at my phone again that I was still live. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm like, I'm still live? Oh my God, I thought I undid the stream. So bear with me, it takes a minute because the phone is delayed and all that. But anyway, that's the thing with live stream. You never know what's going to happen. And you just got to take it with a grain of salt, right? Just a grain of salt, right? Is that how you say it? You got to take it with a grain of salt. I think that's an old saying, right? That's an old saying. Munchkin said, thanks for the heads up, Walter. I need to be prepared. Yep, tomorrow is coming. So here's some gentle wisdom that will get you through just about anything. Appreciate with all your heart the best of life. Do everything within your power to pass the test of life and learn how to live with the rest of your life. So there you go. So true, right? You got to learn to live with the rest of your life. And every day I wake up and I thank the Lord. I thank the Lord for my family. And Munchkin says, wouldn't be a live show without technical difficulties. Oh, no kidding. Yeah. Last week it was pretty funny because I didn't realize live. And I think, JD was still there and Walter, and they're like, good thing I didn't say anything derogatory. See, I'm saying some big words tonight. Sometimes I can really pronounce some pretty big words. I can even say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something quite atrocious. And if you say it long enough, right? How's it go? You always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Mary Poppins. That was my favorite movie. That was my favorite movie, right? I love that show. I love Mary Poppins. She was kind of a cool gal, right? She took care of those kids. She really knew how to do her little dances and stuff, huh? Yes. On that note, Will Fly said, yes, on that note, Walter said, lucky girl, you did not spit on the camera while live. That's right. Don't spit on the bananas, Walter says. Yes, that was the first thing that Walter would say. Don't spit on the bananas. I love you guys. I really do. I have so much fun. Don't forget, Scoob is going live tomorrow night, so make sure you catch his show at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back next week, Thursday, right? Next Thursday already. The weeks go by so fast. And I'll be here 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lindy's Treehouse. I'm Paramount USA. And I miss singing. But anyway, I guess we're going to call it a night, right, peeps? You guys are the best. I so appreciate everybody. Lots of love from here. And go out there and have a great weekend, okay? And we'll celebrate Scooby's birthday tomorrow night on his show. And it's just me and Scooby. And next week it's me, Scooby, and Ready to Paramotor, right? Yeah. So maybe he'll have a show on Tuesday. We'll see, right? We will see. So anyway, thank you all for joining tonight. I'm super stoked that I got to see everybody. And we got Anthony Bella in a couple weeks. So pretty cool. You guys are awesome. So please be safe out there, okay? You have a great weekend. Tell somebody you love them. I'm telling you guys I love you. I love my pair of peeps. You're all the best. And this is Thursdays mean a lot to me. That we can all check on each other and show some love and all that. And it's all good. I enjoy everything that I do with the show. And I'm very proud of myself because it really taught me to get on my comfort zone, right? So like I said, I couldn't do it without you guys, my guys and gals who join me every week. And so listeners out there, make sure that you're hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel. All right. I love my subscribers. Thank you so much. And I'm going to probably feed Miss Molly. It's her dinner time and all that stuff, my little mascot. And I'm going to find the end stream, and I'm going to end the stream like I should and all that. So much love to everybody. Koala hugs. I'll give you koala hugs, everybody. Okay. And I still have Walter's koala that he gave me, but this is one of my baby koalas. So let's send koala hugs to everybody. Koalas. Koala kisses. We got to give koala kisses. All right, night, y'all. Thank you. I love you bunches. Y'all behave, okay? I'll be good to each other. Don't forget, say your prayers. Jesus loves you. All right? Look out for each other. Life's too short. Life is too short. All right. Bye, everybody. End stream.